You're just a burden. I sold Dad's company. Good luck paying rent. My son sneered. I simply smiled and said, all right then. Good luck to you. But when they landed in Milan and saw their bank balances, my phone rang 53 times. Too late. You're a burden. I sold Dad's company. Good luck paying rent, my son said. I just smiled. All right, good luck, I replied. When they landed in Milan and checked their bank accounts, my phone rang 53 times. Too late. Comment the city you're watching from so I can see how far my story has reached. I was arranging fresh leaves in a crystal vase when I heard Wade's car pull into the driveway. The sound of his BMW's engine always made my stomach clench these days. He only visited when he needed something, and it had been 3 months since our last conversation. Through the window, I watched him get out, adjusting his expensive suit jacket. Brittany followed, her heels clicking on the pavement as she smoothed her blonde hair. Even from a distance, I could see the determined look on her face. Whatever they were here for, she was the one orchestrating it. The doorbell rang twice, sharp and impatient. I sat down the vase and walked slowly to the front door, my heart already bracing for disappointment. When I opened it, Wade barely looked at me. Mom, he said curtly, stepping inside without waiting for an invitation. We need to talk. Brittany swept past me, her perfume overpowering the small entryway. She carried a leather briefcase, clutching it like a weapon. Hello, Agatha, she said with that fake sweetness that always made my skin crawl. I led them to the living room, the same room where Wade had taken his first steps 35 years ago. Now he stood in the center of it like a stranger, arms crossed, looking at everything but me. Can I get you coffee? I just made a fresh pot, I offered, trying to maintain some normalcy. This isn't a social visit, Wade said, his voice colder than I'd ever heard it. Sit down, Mom. There's something you need to know. My legs felt weak as I sank into my favorite armchair, the one Harold and I had picked out together 40 years ago. Brittany sat across from me, opening her briefcase with deliberate precision. W remained standing, towering over both of us. The company is sold, he announced as if discussing the weather. The words hit me like a physical blow. What do you mean? Sold. Brittany pulled out a thick stack of papers, setting them on the coffee table between us. The sale went through yesterday morning, she said, her voice businesslike. Wade has been handling all the paperwork for months. I stared at the documents, my vision blurring slightly. The company Harold and I had built from nothing, the one that had provided for our family for decades, was gone. But I'm still the majority shareholder, I whispered. Wade let out a harsh laugh. Mom, you haven't been involved in the day-to-day operations for 3 years. Not since Dad died. You don't even understand the financials anymore. That's not true, I said. But my voice sounded small even to my own ears. Look at you, Brittany interjected, gesturing toward me with manicured nails. You can barely manage this house. The bills pile up on your kitchen counter for weeks. You forget appointments. Just last month you called Wade 3 times in one day asking about the same thing. Heat rose in my cheeks. It was true that I'd been calling Wade more frequently since Harold's death. Full story, bottom left.